At this point, we are ready to repeat the loop, and meaning going back to the first position in frame 5, which is just the same position, only with the opposite leg. So in this case, we will need to get him back to have his foot on the ground, and then rotating both feet and in this case it's gonna want to go back to the rotation. That's why I cannot rotate it. I'm gonna try to get his foot, his right foot up, and his left foot on the ground, making sure that all of them have a keyframe. And I can verify, going back to the first frame, verify location of some of the values. For example, his right foot had all zeros values for the first, so the opposite foot will have to have zeros. That way I can unify placement on everything. And I go back to the first position, and the one that was up had 2 minus 2.3 for the translating y. So it doesn't have to be exactly the same, but it has to be let me just verify that I'm doing the same value. 2.3, yes, roughly 3.3, and translate minus 0.39. So it's us close. And the value in y, let's see if I can translating y minus 1.6, and this one my point was 1.4, so actually I can bring him up a tiny bit, minus 1.4. So that is because I have number 1 and number 5 has to be at the same height. Maybe I need to go back and bring the position number 4 up a tiny bit, just to get him a little bit higher. So I'm going to have to push this guy back a tiny bit. This is a fine tuning so that from 4 to 5 I'm going to want him to go down. So right now still not going down, so I'm going to try to get him up a tiny bit more in position 4. Okay, so that makes it a little bit better. It's not a dramatic change, but it's a little bit better. Let me just verify again the value. Minus 1.483, minus 1.4, I can go the 83 too. You can round it up if you want to minus 1.5 on both cases. So that it's a little bit easier. We see an S to keyframe it. So now I have done my first position, and so on and so forth. I will be creating the second one, which is the same as number 2 before, only that with the opposite leg. So I'm going to try to do this very fast here. So the value goes up a little bit, and then his leg that is on the ground has to push back, and I have to change the roll, so that will force me to revise how much roll he has. In this case, he has a 5 for roll, so I am going to try to give this foot roll of 5, and that will allow me to push it back a tiny bit more. So let me see this one. The value in translating C is minus 4.9. So minus 4.9. We're pretty much repeating, and the value for the translating Y for the root is minus 0.187. Let's see, minus 0.187. Again, you can round it up, or I'm just copying frames, copying the positions. And now I need to fix your foot. And in this case, this foot is going to be forward and rotated, and up. Okay, so make sure that everything has a keyframe. Now position number 7. So position number 7 is when we say both feet are on the ground, off the ground. So let me try to get to position number 3. The height was 1.178. So 1.178. So that is the place where he's going to be. And this one will go forward and will rotate up. So I can actually move him like that. And the other foot will go up and will be bent, and the roll will be 0 and will rotate. And I'm not paying extremely close attention to those numbers there because they don't need to be exactly the same. Make sure that everything has a keyframe, and then I go to the next one, which is position number 4, in which I have to take from of course position number 4 here, so it's frame 4. So the value is minus 1.322 for the root, so minus 1.122. I think I forgot, let me double check it. And for minus 1.322 minus 1.322, right? So that's pretty low. And then I'm gonna get this guy down, and for that guy I need just to bring it down, and probably should look at the value for the other foot in that frame 4. And where are the values for that one? So I'm gonna see the translate in Y. Actually, that should be 0 there, because it should be touching the ground. There we go. I'm correcting a little bit. So translating Y is 0 for this guy. It's a little too far forward, but I'm gonna just copy from the other one. And then the distance in Z is 3.978. 3.978, and then the other foot, I'm sorry, the rotating Y in X is 117.5. I'm sorry, let me just verify that again. Rotating was I'm sorry, I was taking the wrong foot. Minus 49.6, minus 49.6, minus 49.4. It's very close. Okay, and now I'm gonna need to do the other foot. So the measurement for this one is translating Y is 3.298. Keyframing that. Now minus 2.96, minus 2. Almost minus 3. Then I go back to 4, and rotation 117.5. Right, that's number 8, and then we are going to finish there for now.